Okay, starting in this first unisex bathroom, we went into this clean out. In this bathroom, this is where the sewer begins for this tenant space. It runs through that wall into this bathroom, and then through that wall. And it's about 2 feet deep at that point, and then runs through this wall. You follow the orange paint. That's the sewer running through all of the buildings, all the tenant spaces, coming from that wall from the tenant space next door. Runs through, and this is the tie-in point for those bathrooms into the main sewer. This main sewer is a 4-inch plastic, and it continues this way. There is a floor drain in the middle of the floor that ties into this main that we found underneath the VCT. And then this main runs all the way through the back of the store. And as you can see, this main is approximately 10 feet off of the back of the main store space, the tenant store space, 10 feet off of that back wall. It is the landlord's sewer, and it's at 4 feet deep right here, where it comes through this wall. Here we marked it plain with a branch line that comes from the back rooms. And those back rooms, down that hallway towards that fire door, there's a mop sink in this room. And here's the riser that it ties into. There's a mop sink in the corner. We turn around, go into this room next door, and there is a sink in here. And that piping is under this floor, which ties also the drinking fountains. And then back out into this space and ties into the landlord sewer again. 10 feet off of the back wall of the tenant space, the sewer runs through, and we found this clean out underneath the VCT tile. We broke off the tops of the tile because it was hidden, and there is a main clean out for the landlord sewer. At this point, we're still 4 to 5 feet deep. That sanitary sewer continues to run approximately, again, 10 feet off of this back tenant space wall. These double doors go to the loading dock. And then there's a branch line here that goes into that loading dock space, but we don't see any signs of it in there. So there's a branch line there. And again, the sewer continues 10 feet off this back wall. And here it is 4 feet to 5 feet deep, and continues into this back wall, the side wall that goes into the dollar store next door, which is again the landlord's sewer. And at this point, we're 6 feet deep where we go into the dollar store. So everything's pitching this direction and runs through this side wall. And that's the complete sewer that we found with the camera in the old Joann Fbrcs store, Cndgua.